Well guys, Cyber Week is here and I've noticed a lot of your comments asking, are you gonna do a Black Friday sale roundup? The answer is yes. So buckle up. First of all, let's talk about Stylevana. I have been shopping from Stylevana for years now. They're having a huge Black Friday sale right now. So it's a great time to get some of your favorite Japanese or Korean sunscreens, skincare products. Now, a word of warning, it does take some time for your Stylevana order to arrive, so be aware of that. Depending on what you get, it could take a few months, but usually, my experience, it arrives within less than a month, if not just a couple of weeks. Can Make Mermaid UV Gel. This is a Japanese sunscreen that I have been raving about for years. Before you give up on sunscreen, have you tried the Can Make Mermaid Skin Gel UV? This is a Japanese sunscreen favorite. It is a gel formula, fast absorbing, not greasy. I've got it on the majority of my face already and there's no white cast. It's a hybrid sunscreen, meaning it has some mineral active ingredients and some chemical active ingredients. It goes into hair bearing areas really well. So if you have a beard, this is a good one. No fragrance, no essential oils, works as a makeup base perfectly. It is a hybrid sunscreen, meaning it has both organic, aka chemical active sunscreen ingredients, and it has inorganic, aka mineral active sunscreen ingredients. The consistency of this is a gel, but it does not have any alcohol. Now, alcohol in gel sunscreen is not a bad thing. It makes for a fast absorbing formula that's non-greasy, and it also helps with the filters, the active ingredients in the formula. But this particular one does not have alcohol, so if you're sensitive to alcohols in skincare products, so you find them drying, this does not have that. Overall, it's a very moisturizing formula, and it is a nice base for makeup. The next one is a Japanese gel sunscreen that is perfect for very oily skin or for hair-bearing areas. It's the Nivea Super Water Gel SPF 50, fragrance-free. It's an organic sunscreen, meaning, what commonly people refer to as chemical. As a reminder, organic in chemistry just means, carbon compounds, because everything is a chemical, including the active ingredients in, the mineral sunscreens. Those are chemicals too. Anyway, it has octinoxate, Uvinol T150, Uvinol A+. The formula also has hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid, which is very moisturizing, helps improve the water content in the top layers of the skin. This is very fast absorbing, non-greasy. It does have alcohol in it though, so if you're sensitive to that, you find that it's too drying, this would not be one. And I just love the pump. It's, kind of encourages more reapplication. Speaking of pumps, Japanese pumped sunscreens, Omi Verdio UV Moisture Gel. I've been raving about this one for years. It is SPF 50. This one's a hybrid sunscreen. It has organic, aka chemical active ingredients, and it has inorganic titanium dioxide. So some people do notice a bit of a white cast with this, but I'm telling you, it is very negligible. This, like the other two, very fast absorbing, non-greasy formula. In my experience, it goes in pretty well in hair-bearing areas without leaving any kind of residue, although it does have the titanium dioxide in there, so you may notice a little bit of whiteness. No drying alcohols, no fragrance, moisturizing. So these sunscreens are a really good deal right now. I mean, Stylevana usually has the best price on these, but right now it's even better. A Korean skincare product that has just really been impressing me this year, and it's definitely gonna make its way into my best of 2023 series, so stay tuned for that. It'll come in December as it does every year. It's the Skin 1004 Madagascar Centella Pro Bio Cica Ampule. This has very simple ingredients, but it's very hydrating. The Probio Cica Ampule has been a 10 out of 10 for me. It's very hydrating. It contains a Lactobacillus centella ferment, which contains hydrating and anti-inflammatory compounds. This also has niacinamide, which is good for redness, hyperpigmentation, dry skin, and may help in reducing oxidative stress. This can be used 1 to 2 times a day, applied to the face after cleansing. It can also be used alongside other skincare ingredients, provided you tolerate the combination. If you try it, let me know what you think. This also has panthenol, which is very good for the moisture barrier, as well as allantoin, which is anti-inflammatory. It's hydrating, it's lightweight, it's non-greasy, and it really does offer the kind of effect where you get smoothing and plumping of the skin as you use it on a regular daily basis. I could spend all day on Stylevana because y'all know I have a ton of Japanese and Korean skincare favorites, but those are just 4 that I was like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely. So let's move over to Dermstore. Dermstore is another retailer I've shopped at a lot over the past several years, very reliable. They are offering 30% off Color Science. Color Science has excellent sunscreens. They are expensive. Now, when I first started this channel, I started dabbling in Color Science and I immediately fell in love with their Sun Forgettable Face Shield. But they later came out with a newer product called the Sun Forgettable Face Shield Flex. And I have used this product a lot this year. What it is a tinted mineral sunscreen. It comes in I believe 4 different shades. What I'm showing you here is the lightest shade, but I often use a shade deeper than the one I'm showing you here. What this is, it's a mineral sunscreen. It comes out and goes on the skin white. As you rub it in though, the tint starts to come out. These little particles of tint start to bloom, I guess is how it works. But this formula, what I like about it is that it is very aesthetically pleasing. It's cosmetically elegant, spreads on the skin well, but it also offers a touch more cosmetic camouflage in comparison to a lot of other tinted sunscreens. So it's kind of a little bit like almost a BB cream or a step underneath a full coverage foundation. You do get pretty decent coverage with this, and it is buildable. Now, the nice thing about this formula is that it is fragrance free, which I love. It's water resistant, which I also love. So this is great if you live in a humid climate or you're participating in sport outdoors. It just ensures better adherence to the skin. The other really great thing about Color Science Sun Forgettable Face Shield Flex or any of their tinted sunscreens is that they actually test for visible light protection. So what that means is, sunscreens, they're designed to protect you from ultraviolet radiation, to protect you from a sunburn. But for people dealing with hyperpigmentation, not only do they have to be cognizant of their UV exposure from the sun, but there's another aspect of sun exposure that really contributes to hyperpigmentation as well, and that is visible light. And sunscreen active ingredients do not protect from the visible light, but we have come to learn that iron oxides, which are the ingredients in tinted sunscreens, can offer some protection from those wavelengths of visible light that contribute to hyperpigmentation. Now, it's tricky because sunscreen manufacturers are not required to test their formulas to actually show that they do offer that kind of protection. So it's not simply a matter of, oh, it's a tinted sunscreen, by default, it's going to give me excellent visible light protection. There's probably a lot of variability, honestly, from brand to brand, and most are not testing. So, to what extent any one is better than the other, it's hard to say, but Color Science actually does test their formulas to demonstrate that, yes, they do offer visible light protection. This product is, on the pricier side, but 30% off. This is a great time to try it out. I also will give a plug for their Total Eye 3-in-1 renewal tinted sunscreen, specifically for around the eyes, but it also has ingredients in it that are hydrating and help to ever so gently plump up the top layers of the skin, smoothing out those little pesky fine lines. It's tinted, so it offers the protection from visible light. And it's a mineral sunscreen, so it doesn't burn or sting around the eyes. It has this nice cooling applicator that kind of has a depuffing effect just by the temperature. Aven is 20% off on Dermstore, so I will bring up one of my favorite Aven products, their Retrin AL 0.1%. Now, this is a retinaldehyde. Retinaldehyde is a little different from retinol in that retinol is an ingredient that is a form of vitamin A. Your skin has to convert retinol to its active state by doing 2 things to it. Retinaldehyde is a form of topical vitamin A. Your skin only has to do 1 thing to it. In theory, retinaldehyde, you would assume, would be more effective than retinol, but honestly, they're both cosmetic ingredients. We don't have really good studies showing how the 2 compare, and so when people say that retinaldehyde is better than retinol simply by virtue of the fact that it requires 1 less step to get to the active form, that's not really telling the full story, because we know that when it comes to these forms of topical vitamin A, the formulation really, really matters. All that to say, retinaldehyde has been shown to be effective for improving some of the visible signs of skin aging, like age spots, discoloration, and fine lines. It can improve collagen production, and it can just improve the overall appearance of rough texture that occurs with age. It's typically very well tolerated. The Aven Retrin AL is a really, really good formula. It's very moisturizing, which offers you an almost immediate wrinkle smoothing effect. But then with consistent use, you can start to notice some improvement in the visible signs of skin aging. So I think Dermstore right now is offering the best deal on this with 20% off. Now, I mentioned this in a recent Walgreens Shop With Me video. I don't personally use micellar water. I don't find that it is as effective for me for removing eye makeup, water-resistant sunscreen as a cleansing oil or cleansing balm. That's what I like to use. However, I will say that the Bioderma Sensi Bio micellar water has worked for me. It's just not my go-to product that I buy over and over again for removing makeup or sunscreen. But it is very good, and it's free of fragrance. It does what it's supposed to do. You only need a little bit of it on a cotton pad, and it helps cleanse away the makeup. I suggest following it up with a gentle cleanser to remove all the residue, but it really does a good job going in there and breaking up the eye makeup without irritating your eyes. Now, it's currently on sale 20% off from Dermstore, and that's one of the best deals, Black Friday deals on this. So if you're a Bioderma micellar water fan, check out Dermstore. They have a really good deal on it right now. Speaking of eye makeup, BK Beauty. All right, they have all kinds of makeup brushes that are all very, very good, but I highly recommend the Angie Hot and Flashy A506 concealer brush. It has this little kitten paw-like shape, and it really is effective for patting in the concealer, and the softness of the bristles are really what make this an excellent concealer brush for not only the under eye, but it really nicely fits like in the hollows and crevices of your upper eye for applying concealer. You can use it on the rest of your face too, like between the brows for patting in your concealer. It's a really good brush, and I highly recommend it. It's one of their best sellers for a reason. It's really good. You can't go wrong with any of them, but this particular brush is 20% off right now. They're having a huge site-wide sale. That's a really good one, but honestly, you can't go wrong with any of their makeup brushes. All right, let's move on to Amazon. Amazon, of course, has a ton of deals, and as of the filming of this video, they've got some of my favorites really, really, really strikingly marked down. First one is the Lancome Lash Idole Mascara. Now, I have been using this a lot this year, and I really like it because it has the applicator wand. It has this unique shape that really lifts and lengthens the upper lashes. Then you flip it around and have it so that you've got the convex surface. Makes it really easy to apply mascara to your lower lash line, really get a lengthening effect there without getting a bunch of flecks all over your under eye area and clumps. It's a really good formula, and I highly recommend it. Right now though, it's on sale. Ordinarily $30, it's on sale for $18. Speaking of eye makeup, my favorite Urban Decay Naked 2 Basics eyeshadow palette, right now it's 50% off on Amazon. Highly recommend this. Basic, just like it says. Everyday eyeshadow palette, easy colors to work with, very complimentary, workplace appropriate, you know, no neons or glitter shades. Okay, then y'all know I'm a huge fan of CosRx's Snail Mucin. It got really popular this year over on TikTok. It is an excellent product. Like, it is definitely worth the hype. Snail, there is some research to demonstrate that it is helpful for healing, for hydrating. It has anti-inflammatory compounds. This particular product, for me, I notice a visible improvement in the smoothness of my skin. It definitely has a deeply hydrating and plumping effect. If you're put off by Snail, but you want a similar effect, go with the Skin 1004 Madagascar Probio Cica Ampule that I shared with you guys from Stylevana. But if you want to dabble in Snail, this is the product to try. And right now on Amazon, it is $13.99. That being said, if you are already going ahead and ordering stuff from Stylevana, buy it there because it's $13.49. So, you know, kind of pick and choose where you're going to be shopping. You know, if you're an Amazon Prime member and you're not interested in buying anything else from Stylevana, go with Amazon Prime because you're going to get your delivery or whatever. Free, meaning you've already paid for it, delivery. Whereas with Stylevana, if you just get, if you're just interested in this, then you're gonna, pay shipping and handling, and you'll have to wait for it. And I just saw my Theragun Mini is on sale. This has changed my life. I mentioned it in my holiday gift guide. I use this pretty much every day to help relax my upper shoulders. I also use it a lot like on my upper thighs. I work out a lot, and so I find that this is really, really helpful for recovery. It's just a deep massaging tool, and I love how portable it is. It comes with a few different heads. Well, I mostly just use this one. It charges with a USB. The battery holds a very long time. This is an excellent gift to give somebody, and it really can help them relax and chill out at the end of the day, helping to facilitate the transition to sleep, which we all struggle with. So this is a 2023 favorite. It has changed the game for me as far as chilling out and relaxing. So I'm glad to see that is on sale. It is currently 25% off. All right, speaking of relaxing and your overall health, I cannot say enough good things about making sure that you are on top of your blood pressure. Blood pressure can creep up on you, and that is not a good thing. The problem is when you go to the doctor and they check your blood pressure, you often develop what's called white coat hypertension, meaning, you're stressed out. Some people are intimidated by doctors. Other people are just reasonably stressed out because it's annoying to go to the doctor, to wait for a long time, to have your schedule all disrupted, to get there, to park. So most people's blood pressure is elevated. So it's helpful to take it at home and to have a log of it over several days. That way you can show your doctor and be like, this is what my blood pressure typically is at home. And I purchased this iHealth blood pressure cuff. I love it because it actually syncs with an app, of course. Everything has an app these days, but it syncs with an app so you can create a log on your phone of your blood pressure readings. That way when you go to the doctor, you can just show them that. And I didn't think it was too expensive, but it's currently 44% off. Definitely recommend this. Then Sleep & Glow is having a huge site-wide Black Friday sale, and they pretty much never have sales, but I have a code with Sleep & Glow, Dr. Dray 15 will get you 15% off. It should be active at this point. So if you're not familiar, Sleep & Glow, first of all, the Omnia pillow, I cannot sleep without that thing. What it is a high quality memory foam pillow that was designed in collaboration with orthopedists to really provide the optimal sleep position. It has these concavities that really cradle your face should you happen to be a side sleeper so that you don't squish your face up against the pillow and wake up with those annoying sleep creases and morning puffiness. I really love though, because I'm a back sleeper, the way that the pillow supports my neck and the position of my neck, it has made a huge difference. Like I cannot sleep without this pillow. It's very good quality. So highly suggest that. Take advantage of their sale or my code for sure. Dr. Dray 15 will save you 15%. You guys, dermatology, they're having a huge site-wide 30% off sale. My absolute holy grail must-have sunscreen from them is that universal tint. I've repurchased that over and over again. I think you can get it on automatic reorder if you want to. But yeah, now would be a time to try it. It is a tinted or hybrid sunscreen. So it has mineral actives and chemical, aka organic and inorganic together. It has a tint, so presumably you're probably getting some coverage for visible light, although they don't test for that. Good broad spectrum, moisturizing everyday sunscreen that is tinted. It has niacinamide in it, which is helpful for redness, hyperpigmentation, and for the moisture barrier. This is like my go-to moisturizing tinted sunscreen for everyday use. I've repurchased it numerous times. Now, Paula's Choice says that they're gonna have a Black Friday sale, but they haven't divulged the details. It's not live as of the filming of this video. But if I were going to tell you anything from Paula's Choice to snag while it's on sale, it's going to be their azelaic acid booster, which is great if you have dark spots that you're looking to fade. Azelaic acid helps with hyperpigmentation, redness, and acne. This particular booster also has licorice root, which is anti-inflammatory, good for redness and hyperpigmentation. And it has salicylic acid to help exfoliate the pores and give a little bit of acne control. It's a very good product. And so take advantage of the sale because it is a little on the pricey side. Likewise, their 2% BHA liquid exfoliant that's really popular. It's popular for a reason. It's a really good salicylic acid leave-on treatment. All right, y'all, that is a roundup of my top picks for Black Friday, Cyber Week deals. I hope this was helpful to you guys. Now, if you are shopping around, definitely check out my holiday gift guide on the end slate. I will link it. I share with you guys some of my picks that are, likewise on sale at this point, probably. So check that one out if you missed it. But if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.